Give it a start yet, no. We just had that one initial meeting with them, okay, we'll get them to fix it if you want to do it. Yeah, I guess start meeting, we may not find out exactly what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Now, has there been an actual meeting other than the initial, you know, once a day and fill out your application, they can pick it up?
No, that's fine. I got one, I'm not on it. Oh, there it is. Hello. Yeah, they're sitting right
Okay. Get to the old whatever it was, well, I just hope he makes it.
Yeah, I know.
Ask Carlene. Carlene, I think, put those on this. Just announce it. I gotta wait.
No, you're here.
Oh, that's her name. I can sit by David. I don't know why.
How you doing?
What do you got there?
May I have your attention? May I have your attention, please? Will all ACC members please sit at the table to the left of us? ACC.
You look so studious over there.
I'm preparing.
They didn't make one yet. Oh, they didn't make one yet. Yeah. I'll make it soon. Hey, Rita.
How you doing? Where are you? You're over here? Yeah, we're here. I don't know who set this up.
What do you think is good? This is a full fucking house. All right, we'll start in a couple minutes, like 3 minutes. Do you want a cup of coffee or something? I need a bottle of coffee.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, Josephina. Oh, Estelle. Yes, one of my children. And he never comes. she's always happy, so you're not there anymore, right? No. Sounds like we're doing more and more, right? Yeah. A lot of people wrap this Oh, that's a beautiful. Well, my daughter actually went to 2.5 years. Then she went to New York, but I she was a John James School in New York. Expensive. Plus, he did here, so that's why I know it. But I didn't know Joe worked there. I was married with, now 2007, got married in 2007. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually, I don't really have a lot to say today. I think I'm just going to sit down. Yeah, even though I am now, sometimes I'm not. So it's always, when I go here, I did Greenbriar too. No, Greenbriar. I'm a little bit older than him. When we left the Bay Head apartment, that was exactly what we close to where I work. Oh, I see. Walk the dog.
Hi, everybody. Everybody take your seats. We're going to start our meeting. Don't spill your coffee. We have a lot to go over tonight. A pledge of allegiance.
Anyway, you'll see.
Over there. All right, guys, let's do Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, a moment of silence. Thank you. Carlene, would you like to read the opening statement?
In accordance with NJSA 4522A21 EDSAC, the Greenbriar Association created and posted the calendar you have to turn that off.
If everyone could silence their phones as well, please. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, so let's begin again.
Everyone could silence their phones as well, please.
I called. I was going to try to see if it didn't work.
Shut the fire. They turned the TV on so people were saying that they couldn't see. So they put the TV on. Oh, is that why? Yeah, that's why Kyle put that. Just figured it was big push.
Is it gone? Is it gonna go? Yeah. So in accordance with NJSA 4522A-21 EDSAC, the Greenbriar Association created and posted the calendar, your 2025 meeting schedule on the Clubhouse Trustees Bulletin Board in January of 2025. Said schedule was published in the Greenbriar Times. This meeting has been duly advertised.
Thanks, Carlene. You know, we are experimenting with some new technology, so bear with us with that. Joanna, would you like to do the roll call?
Colleen. Mike.
Here.
Joanna. Here. Peter.
Here.
Pat.
I'm here.
Tony. Here. Elsa.
Here.
All here.
Thanks, Joanna. Kyle and Nick, thank you guys for the technology and getting it to go. Now, I'd like to introduce Carl. Carl is the supervisor of Greenbriar Patrol, and it was a suggestion that he join us and share what his department does and does not do. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Okay, but very simple. What we do, we're here to protect you, or try, okay? First thing, what we do, most important thing is secure the clubhouse and all the gates at all times, okay? Garage doors, when they're open at night, we call you. It's actually a law to close the garage doors, believe it or not. If the cops see it, they'll knock on your door. They don't care what time it is. Bush and Weeds reports, property reports, JCP&L, all the lights, daily reports, first aid. We follow them all the time. Reports, complaint reports, 2 patrols, vacuum homes checks, vacation home checks, and welfare checks, if you call. But please, make sure we call us first. And what we really don't do, and we ain't supposed to do, is not help anybody up, because we can do more damage than that and everything. So do not touch people. And nobody's allowed in the patrol car. We ain't supposed to drive people over. That's our insurance rules. I know sometimes we do, but we're really not supposed to. And we can't go into your homes by ourselves. If you need some help in the house, you call maintenance, they'll send 2 guys over to help you there, okay? And animal control. We are not animal control. We can't do nothing about the ducks, wild animals, and the coyotes or the turkeys, believe it or not. So don't shoot the turkeys. And the only thing I ask you, when you're walking at night or early in the morning, please have some color on you. and a lot of you people know who are out early in the morning, and most of you do, which was good. And don't be afraid to call. If you see something, especially somebody's listening, before you call your office, call us first, and try to get a plate number. That makes it a lot easier. And that's all I got. Thank you. Thank you.
Carl, thanks for that. Yeah, a lot, I guess, with patrol is liability and picking up people or going to the homes or taking them in the car. So, you know, the insurance does have a, you know, strict regulation on all of that. Joanna, would you like to read the minutes from January's meeting?
Yes. We swore in the new trustees. We had the administration report. Peter explained the budget and explained some new changes that are going to take place. Michael gave the treasury report. Pat gave an update on bingo, and Tony asked for volunteers for the ACC. We also passed a motion to purchase a universal motion machine for the gym.
Thanks, Joanna. Do we need to make a motion to accept that?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Third.
Call the roll, Joanna.
Pat?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Elsa?
Yes.
Joanna? Yes. Peter?
Yes.
And Dave's not
You
here.
got Tony.
Tony?
Yes.
And Dave is not here.
Thanks, Joanna. Next, I have to swear in Elsa, our newest trustee. You'll repeat after me. Now. Put your name in. Okay.
I, Elizabeth Gianna,
Swear that I will perform the duties
swear that I will perform the duties
of an elected trustee of Greenbriar Association
of an elected trustee of Greenbriar Association
to assure that the provisions of the association,
to assure that the provisions of the association,
as written in the Articles of Incorporation,
as written in the Articles of the Incorporation,
the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions,
the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions,
the bylaws and rules and regulations,
the bylaws of rules and regulations,
are carried out to the best of my ability.
are carried out to the best of my ability.
I will adhere to the laws of the United States of America
I will adhere to the laws of the United States of America
and the state of New Jersey
and the state of New Jersey
as they apply to our corporation.
as they apply to our corporation.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Okay, now I have a little stuff to talk about, don't I? We're getting ready for spring here in Greenbriar, so you're going to notice a couple things. You'll notice on the golf course, new sand coming in, a new deck being built, I think, by the golf members. Did you receive all the supplies yet? Terrific. You'll notice Joe, our grounds supervisor, he'll be doing soil samples down the boulevard. We're trying to grow some grass, so he's taking the soil samples to Jonathan Green to analyze them to see how we can go about growing something there, but moss. We also have I'll talk about him, the new landscaper who is here. He has some fresh ideas for, that space as well. HVAC. So I had written in the report in Greenbriar Times and probably on one of the robocalls that, again, there was another delay that had to do with JCP&L and changing their valuation tool to make sure that the project, with the grant money and the financing that they were going to give to us, or may still give to us, was going to make sense on their end. So the tool that they now are using, the new valuation tool, it came online at JCP&L on last Thursday, right, Carly? It was Thursday. So now our engineer, who Carlene, hunts down probably 3 times a week, I would imagine we'll have a little bit more color when, we'll receive that funding, how much funding, and how the financing is. Within 3 weeks, I'd hope. It's something, that we have to depend on. We don't want to have to, pay for it. Without any of that funding, it's $1.5 million. And, we're hoping for at least a solid third. But plus, the big saver would be 5 years of interest-free financing, which really wouldn't upset our apple cart at all. That would be, reserve study firm, FWH. They came. They were supposed to come the 31st of March, but they came like a week early. So, I'll know in about 6 to 8 weeks, what their report is. And, like I had been saying, this firm seems to be working much better than, the large, national firm that Greenbriar had been using for years. So that's something that, is going to be in the next couple months, you'll hear me, rant about that. Okay. Now we have, at this table here, we have all of the new ACC members. And as you guys, had listened to the last couple months, we kind of changed the format a little bit of the ACC, where, they're going to, be knocking on doors and, introducing themselves, in their, which we haven't yet put together, like, who has what territory, yada, yada, yada. But it's designed to be a very helpful tool to, help residents and, make sure properties look good still. Because, we all moved here because the properties look nice, So, there's always a slippery slope between looking nice and not looking nice. Some of it's subjective, but, this group of people are here to help everybody. And, I'm going to come over to this table and they're going to, introduce themselves. Start with Tony Mento.
I'm Tony Mento. What am I supposed to say?
Aren't you the chair?
Yes, I will be the chair of this group. So please don't start throwing darts or anything else at me right now. And hopefully we'll be very, very helpful. Just as you said, we're going to try and be very, very helpful and more easier to get along with. Let's put it that way. We'll work with everybody. All right.
Tony, thank you. Victoria.
Hi, I'm Victoria Bajika.
That's great, Victoria. Thank you. Jerry.
Hi, Gerard Campbell, 11 Poe Road. I volunteered with the Bent Arms from Pete here, and I hope to help out and hope to make the ACC a little nicer and better for the community. We all get along, and like Tony said, please don't throw anything at us.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Lisa Seco. I live over on Melville Lane. We've been here about 2 years, so I'm looking forward to getting involved with the community and seeing how we can keep improving the everyday for all of us. So looking forward to working with all of you.
I'm Judith Russo.
Chuck Hessinger. I've been in Greenbriar since 2016 or so, and I've worked with the CCC since about 2018. And my responsibilities have generally always been with closing permits. So just when you finish your job, I take a look at it, and hopefully we're all on the same page.
Bruce Tippling. I've been here about 20 years. I'm here, I'm going to try to help people and help things be smooth.
Hi, everyone. My name is John Kucharski. This is my second stint here at Greenbriar, 3 years currently. Looking forward to helping everyone, keeping Greenbriar the lovely little paradise it is.
Thanks, John. Yeah, we must remember, that these are our friends and our neighbors, and, they're here to help everybody. Find a solution if, the person can't get the work done or pick a weed or whatever it is. So they're going to be instrumental for Greenbriar, I have a feeling. So let's give them a round of applause. Thanks, guys. I have a bingo update. This bingo has been a thorn in my side now for over a year. So today we were on the phone, Sal and I were on the phone with the state Sal, what was that department in the state today? The DCA, and the guy, Sal has a lot of context there from his job, and one of the things that I had mentioned in January that I was going to try to do, since the licensing thing, we kind of have it, but it's a lot of work, we can't use the money, was to rent out this space to a church, synagogue, whatever, who doesn't have the space to operate a bingo, but could use, to raise their funds for, their nonprofit. So, I found both. I found a church and a synagogue who would love to do that. Then we checked with the state, and they said, well, you can't, it's not that easy. You need to now have a commercial bingo hall license, right? That's what he had said. So it's one more hoop. He sent us the paperwork. If it works, it's great. It will cost us $20 a week to the town, like it would anyway, but and $1,000 for the year, every year for that type of, designation. We would charge like a rental. I envision $600 a week. You're talking $2,400 a month, which is maybe $800 off our 2023 goal that we had of like $40,000. So fingers crossed, maybe this can work. I'm trying like all avenues with this. What?
Is it going to go through?
I don't know.
Who knows? We don't know.
This was just today's conversation. So, new landscaper. As you guys, I guess most of you receive our voice shots, I would assume. I guess it was, last Monday, we had voted to, we had a short window, we have a 30-day exit clause in just about every one of our contracts. And when this board it's a pretty new board. The only board members that have been around are Pat and myself. So when we had restructured in January, it never sat right that the last landscaper, LMS, had driven through that house on Central Boulevard. And I had said this in that robocall the other day, and it wasn't, accidents happen, but that one and it didn't sit right with us. And the rationale that we got behind what had happened didn't make sense to any of us. I guess it was the driver of that truck decided that one day to get in that truck, made a right onto Blake, then a right onto Central, and then a right into that property. It just didn't make sense with us. So we had a short window of time to exercise our 30-day termination clause. And, that's what we did. And, there's not a lot of companies of that scope, that will be able to handle our scope of the 250 acres. So at one time I had figured, well, we'll just divide the property in half, but we didn't need to do that. So we found a replacement company, and our replacement company is Craig Slane from Picture Perfect. His company, he does 1,000 acres a week. And so he's a big company, and he's also going to do our golf course, which he does Essex County Golf Club. So he has quite a bit of experience, and I'd like to pass this mic to him. Now remember, I would expect to have some type of learning curve, a little bit.
How are you? How's everybody? So my name's Craig Slane. The company's Picture Perfect Landscapes. I've probably been doing this, pushing a lawnmower down the street around my neighborhood since I was about 10, 12 years old. So I started doing this with a weed whacker and a backpack blower on my back. So I've been in the business for a little while. I did finish school. I went to college. I took a 2-year design degree in ornamental horticulture and design. I was going to go for the 4 years of Rutgers. And then this came into play. So I started making money, and I liked it, and I was okay with my design degree at that point. So here I am. We started out as a residential business, pretty much doing homes. I was okay with that. I liked the design aspect of it more because I could design all the drawings I did and planting and doing foundation plantings and pools, which we eventually ended up doing a lot more upscale designs. Then what happened was I got into the commercial sector, and that switched things around totally for me. It was a totally different aspect of things, and it was really, I could make more money doing that on the maintenance side. So I chose that route. I made a lot of good contacts through the years, and now pretty much like you said, we're doing about 1,000, anywhere between 900 and 1,000 acres a week. I have a big staff, about 55, 60 people, and we do anything from, we do a project in Jersey City where they just have us doing porter service. We do all their masonry. We do their landscaping, concrete work. So I'm more faceted than just not landscape maintenance, but that's my bread and butter, and that's what I've done my whole life. So when they called me for a price, I came down here. And again, it's something that you get into when you see all these streets, you see all these roads, you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen here? So it's got a learning curve for me as well. I'm very particular with a lot of my edging type things. A lot of manicuring is where we focus on. So with that being said, I know they mentioned about that was kind of an issue with some manicuring, edging that wasn't being done. Again, we're going to be here with a big crew. We're going to be here 5 days a week. Rain-wise, again, that could come into play. We just push it to Saturdays, which you'll give me a diagram of quadrants. But please, I just want to let everybody know, when I do start, we're going to try our best to please everybody. Obviously, it's a learning curve, so I'd hope everybody would understand that we're not going to be here, we're just going to blow up this place and everything's going to be perfect. It's not going to run that way. I would hope everybody just give me a little time to just get acclimated to everything. If there is a problem, call. I'll just do whatever I can to fix things for everybody. But I hope you'll be happy, and I hope, listen, I hope I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Thanks, Craig. You know, and a little bonus. What? After. A little bonus is, we saved a couple bucks. I think we're saving $16,000 a year, which, as a percentage of any of the landscaping budget, it's not large, but it's something. It's great. So Craig's going to stick around. So you're going to stick around, and then you'll have some questions. Okay. Okay, Michael, treasurer's report, please.
All right, everybody. February's top line came in. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. Okay, $248,000. Missing its $252,000 budget by $4,000 was a miss on membership dues. Membership dues and late fees generated in February. As 3 homes, only 3, you probably remember January. January we closed on extra, where we closed less. We closed on 3 instead of the average of 5. We received $5,000 compared with the $6,900 budget for the month. With that said, year-to-date income has exceeded its budget of $503,000 by $25,000, which is 4.9% positive. Billed maintenance work generated $745, which was not budgeted for February, so that's an additional income there. Rental income for this parking spaces and the RV storage fees that we collect, and the account budget for February is $92. However, we collected $1,850. Total expenses for the month for February came in under its budget of $252,000 and only $199,000 for the month. Administration was $34,000, $11,000 under its budget of $45,000, which mostly attributed to the lower legal fees that we had in February. Bus expense exceeded its budget for the month with $2,680 by $1,360 on repairs. We had to do some repairs to the bus. that were not expected. Clubhouse expense was also over its budget of $20,000 by $2,000 additional as a result of colder weather, which increased our utilities cost. In addition, we also had a one-off expense for the month in our water sewer bill for February. Unfortunately, it was due to a leaky toilet in the men's room that we did not know about. Unfortunately, an extra 100,000 gallons made us go over by $1,000. The toilet was fixed immediately. I know that is a lot, right?
It's a double, it doubled.
What's that? It doubled our bill. It's normally around $100,000, 100,000 gallons. And we called for a credit on the overages, and we did receive $500 on that $1,000 additional expense and that's gonna reflect on next quarter's bill. So I'll be talking about that then. Grounds maintenance also came in $14,000 under its $55,000 budget, mostly on lower payroll as the department is not running at full employment, which I've talked about in the past. Outside contractor expense was also under its budget as a result of the lack of snow removal expense for February. And also in security department, expenses were $1,225 over in its budget due to the payroll mix. That being additional guards needed and who was working at certain times for like comedy night and some of the other special functions that we had in February. Also, for our current assets, on the close of business of February 28th, our capital reserve and operating totaled $1.6 million and also $365,000 respectively, for a total of $2.04 million in our current assets. And that's all I have.
Michael, thank you. Thank you for the report. Carlene.
Hi, everyone. All right, so I just some quick updates on some projects and some events that are going on here in the community. So early last year, I had received an email from the mayor that said that all of Brick Township's streetlights were going to switch over to LED lighting, and they were going to concentrate first on the senior communities. However, our latest update is that has now been delayed. There is no timeline on when it's going to begin or even when it's going to be completed. So I will keep everyone updated as the information becomes available to me. The potholes is another project that I'm working along with the mayor. I sent her a renewed list of all the roads here that need some attention. She is working with Public Works to try to get that on schedule for this spring. Some of the events that are taking place here on Sunday, we have the potluck. Next Monday on the 31st is the wind ensemble. A lot of events going on in April. For April 10th, the Living with Arthritis. April 16th, we have a Bank of America representative coming in to actually talk about fraud protection. Let's see, we have a fun new event that's taking place April 26th, which is the karaoke paint and sip. That one is $35 a ticket, but we hope to see many people there. The Tuesday's Lifetime Fitness is now also we're adding an additional day for now every Tuesday and Friday till through the month of April. So please, if you can't make the Tuesday one, now you have the extra option for Friday. Let's see, and due to scheduling conflict, Left Right Center is not going to take place, has canceled their session in April, and Mickey will see you back in May. Another fun thing that we're trying to do is revive the ceramics room. I've actually been in touch with the ceramics teacher over at the Brick Memorial High School to see if we can probably organize a one-time introductory class here in our room. She's looking at her calendar to see what dates she would be available, and that will come out to everyone once I have that date secured. Back over to the spring and the landscaping, I would like to just remind everyone to take a moment to read your plantings rules on the rules and regs, just so that you can familiarize yourself with what is allowed and isn't allowed as far as planting goes. Reminding everyone that the weed control is the homeowner's responsibility, and we're no longer taking work tickets for that. Also, what do we have here? Thank you to Elaine Maitland for putting me in contact with one of the instructors over at Big Memorial High School so that we can get high school students to volunteer here at the community. If anyone does have issues where they can't pull out the reads themselves, you please sign up at the office. We can gather a list together and schedule for the students to come in and help out the community, including the garden patch. They will not enter anyone's home. This has to be all exterior, so whatever work that you need help with, just please keep that in mind. Several maintenance projects that are taking place. So we're getting ready to start with the dock removal. This was a project that was approved last summer. The mulching around the front and the clubhouse. The bocce court is gonna have the new pole handles, railings, and they're gonna repaint the court lines, and also adding a brand new canopy. We're also, this year, gonna do the bench replacements throughout the community. Also, we have new memorial plates. So if anyone would like to order a memorial plate, you can do that here with the office. We have a standard template, when you come in, we'll discuss the pricing for it. Paid work tickets we're gonna start beginning to collect work tickets May 26th to begin the work starting June 7th for the summer. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlene. It's a disappointment to hear that JCP&L is backing out. Originally, we were told a month ago that JCP&L was going to replace all of the street lamps during 2026. And that's a disappointment to hear, and that's too bad. I'd like to pass the mic to Pat. She has some safety concerns that she's seen.
It's me, back again, about the stop signs and the speeding. They are not suggestions, they are rules. And I noticed coming up the boulevard, people are speeding. They don't stop at the stop sign when you get to the end of the boulevard to Darley Circle. They do what I like to call a California stop. They pull up, they sort of kind of maybe a little bit brake, and then they're continuing to move, they're not stopping. Now, most of the time, there's no cars coming around Darley Circle, but all you need is one. And that is my concern, that has always been my concern. I see this on a daily basis because I come here every day. And I just want to make sure that everyone, please be mindful that a stop sign means stop, even if you don't see a car or a person or whatever. It's the law. And at some point, we might have to get the police in here. We did once before, a few years ago. I don't remember exactly how long. And of course, they see a police car and they stop. But if it's an unmarked car, perhaps it might help if they get warnings or tickets or whatever. This is just me being safety conscious. I also would like to mention to you dog owners, I see, okay. I live along Emerson, and I see people walking their dogs, that's fine. Please, 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 please do not let your dog relieve themselves on people's front lawns, liquid or solid. And then don't pick it up. That's the most disgusting. I remember once I came out, I went around the side of my house to look at my flowers, or what was supposed to be flowers. And there was a pile of excrement, I swear to God, it must have been 6 inches high, right under my bedroom window. Now, I don't know if that was a message. I don't know, but it could have been, But just please, if you're gonna, first of all, you shouldn't let your dog relieve themselves on lawns, but if you do, please have the courtesy and the decency to pick it up and dispose of it. Not in the gutters where I've seen plastic bags. And the leashes, they're not supposed to be 20 feet. I think the town ordinance says 6 feet is the limit. So if you have a 6-foot leash, it should not be up under my bedroom window. Shouldn't be under anybody's bedroom window. So that's just a couple of things that I would like to mention because I'm a pain in the butt about it. But just please try to be mindful and courteous to your friends and neighbors in here. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Tony would like to chat about something she's spearheading.
Hi, everybody. Hold on. It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I spoke to the board, and they were in agreement for us to start a new program called Stronger Together. And the reason I wanted to start something like this is I moved here in 2019. My intention was to retire sooner than later. Unfortunately, it got detained because in 1922, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I had a double mastectomy soon after that. And it was a long journey because the doctors wanted to shrink the tumors and they wanted to do surgery after chemotherapy. And I did that. Then you have to wait several months and you then have radiation. And then if you choose, you have reconstruction surgery. And I ran into some difficulties and I ended up in a 14-month period having over 9 surgeries. Needless to say, it kicked my butt, okay? And what I found to be very helpful was the support that I received from friends and family. I mean, there were family members that came out of the woodwork, and we have a huge family, but I found it to be very supportive, and childhood friends that I hadn't heard from for years. After I became a little more active in Greenbriar, I started meeting more and more people that have had some type of cancer or have gone through some type of sickness. And, you know, I didn't know these people, so I didn't know. And I thought, you know what? We should really all help each other as much as we can. So we're going to start this journey, and we're going to meet for the first time, whoever would like to join me, on April 4th, it's a Friday, at 10 a.m. in the library. If you call the office to sign up, just so we know we have an idea, but we'd like to welcome as many people as possible, because if you start helping someone today, you could really be saving them from whatever misery they're going through. And we all have issues. So please come and join us. It would be really appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you for sharing your story. April 5th, we're having a no-frill dance party. It's a Saturday night, and it's not going to be like so no frills. The place is going to look pretty fabulous. So if you guys could come out, it's like it's similar to a cafe style, but it'll be a live band. It's the Greenbriar Connection, and everyone enjoyed them when they were volunteering and raising money for the gazebo last summer. So they'll be hosting the night. So come on out on the 5th of April. Now we have to get back to some business motions to approve. I'd like to make a motion to approve 3 private parties.
I make a motion. Oh, wait a minute. I turned it off. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Third. You gotta call.
I third.
No.
You gotta call it for the motion.
Call the roll.
Mike?
Yes.
Joanna? Yes? Pete?
Yes.
Pat?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Elsa? Yes. Motion.
Great. I'd like to I need a motion for 25 ACC applications.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Mike?
Yes.
Joanna? Yes.
It's confusing.
Very
We're still getting the hang of it.
We are entertaining. Pete,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
Elsa,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Motion
Motion
passed.
passed.
Pool fountains, the lake fountains. So, the end of last year, we got the pumps working. So the fountains would work. This year, we ran into the issue of the electronic components that run each one. They're old, 50 years old, 40 years old, 30, I don't know, they're old. So we're making a motion to replace them so that the fountains can go live in the spring. I know the amount, yeah. I need a motion to pass $9,371 for the 3 fountains.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Mike,
Yes?
Joanna, yes. Peter,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Elsa.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Then, everybody's been happy with our pool company last year. We didn't have one down day, with the pool. So they had suggested that we hire or we find another company that tests the water for the state, or I guess it's for the state and for them. And we went with their recommendation. And it turns out it's a savings of almost $1,000 for the season. It's a savings of $953. So I need to make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Mike,
Yes?
Joanna, yes. Peter,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Elsa.
Yes.
Motion passed.
One more motion. I need a motion for the new landscaper, Picture Perfect, for $694,000. Again, it's a $16,000 savings.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Michael,
Yes?
Joanna, yes. Peter,
Yes?
Pat,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Elsa.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. Now we take some questions. So let's start questions. Let's start questions for Craig.
Here. Oh, there's one there.
Hi, John.
Good evening. Hey, Craig, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You and I spoke, are you gonna have a foreman on site?
5 days a week, yes.
5 days a week?
Supervisor, yes.
You're still gonna catch clippings front and side of houses?
Yeah, that was a big thing too that we spoke about, yes. All bagged.
We have weeds everywhere. Crabgrass. 2 applications of dimension, or 3?
Well, the one in the spring and one in the fall, yes, 2 for a year.
Oh, so,
Yeah, we use a 3-way dimension, confront, and fertilizer for the first application.
so you have success with a fall?
Huh?
You have success with a fall?
There's a spot treatment in the middle, and then there's one big application in the fall, usually around the first, right after Labor Day weekend.
What do we do about chickweed and spurge?
Spurge, they'll probably, as it comes up, my chemical guy probably have to spot treat it.
What, is True Greens here again, or your
No,
company?
Imperial Lawn Services.
All right, what happens to your fee if you're mandated to not use gas backpack blowers?
Well, there has been a bill passed, towns like Montclair, Maplewood, we have run into that problem more on the north side. And Manilokin I don't know about, but usually there's some towns that have passed a no ban on electric blower, on gas-powered blowers. We have pushed over to electric, hoping that it doesn't happen. We're actually, a bunch of landscapers gotten together in the Montclair area. West Orange just passed it last week. We're gonna fight that.
So you're a member of the NJ?
Yes,
Yeah.
New Jersey Landscape Contractors Association.
Yeah, you're gonna fight that. You think you're gonna succeed with?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I can't answer you, but it's gonna be a lot of.
Would in the future, we could see a big increase because you may have to go battery backpack.
And that's a big expense.
And may not be able to use them in certain months of the summer, correct?
Well, all months of the summer, they're going to ban everything.
So we shouldn't get too nervous now about the fee. Not time to panic.
Well, you can't panic right now, but yes, to buy that, and so everybody knows what has to happen with this. The electric blower that they're talking about, we literally have to put together a trailer which has battery packs that are on the wall, and you have to spend, I mean, the trailer could be about $50,000 per trailer. That comes down to gas-powered blowers, you got the gas-powered lawnmowers, and the problem with that is, like we've heard on the news for years with these some electric cars, with it, depending on how far you can go on the battery, this is even worse. You can go 20 minutes on a battery. Right now, each battery probably will handle about 20 minutes at full power, maybe 30 minutes at 3/4 power. So that will be a big problem for the industry, totally.
So,
and the expense will be pushed back on the customer as well.
I talked to someone who does residential. They're in Montclair. They're going to lose landscapers because of this, because he said I have to, if he's charging $50 a week, he's going to have to go 150 per week.
I've already charged that. Yeah, you're 100% right.
Good luck. Thank you.
John, thank you.
Please come up to the table.
No, I'm not subcontracting out. No, all my guys are working here. The only thing I'm subcontracting out is the chemical service, but we're all doing everything else is in-house here.
Are you going to subcontract the feeding of the lawns out?
I just told you that, yes, we're subcontracting that out, correct.
So are you going to use granular, or are you going to do soluble fertilizer?
It's all granular,
On Saturday, how you doing?
How are you?
I just want to reiterate, we talked about for us who cut our own grasses, and you can tell the other people who cut their own grasses, and we were going to stick to the same thing with the cross red flags, right?
Yeah, so if you could forward that to the office, just the exact same flags that you were using before. I'm not coming in and trying to change anything. Obviously, I'll do better service, obviously, but that thing, if I get a picture of exactly what you're using, I'll use the same thing.
In several areas, a lot of times it's alongside the house. The grass goes down a little bit. It ends up being just a big water puddle.
Okay.
So would you be filling in those areas if we let you know where we might need some dirt, or is that?
Those areas will have to be, we'd have to talk to the board about getting extra, that would be an extra charge to bring in topsoil. The only other thing is with those low-lying areas, those little swales, I guess you call them, they do get wet. That's something that, and I'd like everybody to understand, again, this is a trial and error basis, I'm just starting. So once the guys get into a regular routine, they'll know where the problem areas are. But a lot of those problem areas, if it's their first time cutting, they might be wet, they'll try to stay away from it. But sometimes when you're on those mowers, you get there and then it's like, oh my God, you're right there already.
Yeah.
So yes, but the topsoil thing will have to be something that we talk about, and that is an additional charge.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, Jerry.
Jerry Lipinski, 3 Higgins Court. Listen, I just have a suggestion. I don't know if you have a suggestion box.
We do.
All right, then my bad. I'm sorry.
No, we read it, and a lot of we addressed all of them.
Okay, my suggestion is that perhaps we can have a shredding machine come here for people who I have loads of papers. And I know twice a year they go someplace for like 4 hours on a Saturday. And if you don't get there.
That's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
Carlene, do you think we could inquire about that? Terrific.
Okay? That's
I mean,
it.
we had, now we have DMV come a couple
I
times
was
a
gonna
year,
thank
so.
you. That's great.
Yeah, so Jerry, that's a great suggestion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great,
Thank you.
thank you.
You don't have to go so far.
There's somebody all the way in the back.
Come on up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Hankins. I live on Clay Circle. I was just wondering, I don't know if this has anything to do with you, but the green space that are claimed behind our houses, I have a large patch. And I'm wondering if there's anything that can be done, because there's dead branches, there's leaves all in there. From what I understand, I've been told I should not touch anything. But I have dead branches behind me. I have dead bushes. I have pine needles. I was wondering if I'm allowed to, or if there's anything that can be done to at least clean up that area.
Hi.
Hi.
Yep, so please contact over to the office. I will walk that space with Joe, and then we'll come up with a plan if possible.
Okay,
Take a look
thank
at
you
it.
very much. Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions? Now, questions about anything?
I would like to just say something. Three things. And one of the things you and I had an opportunity to discuss, but a lot of people have asked me about it. I don't know any more than what you told me about asphalt and like Emerson Road, and how we see Emerson Road so beautiful, and how's the community stand? I know the answer, but maybe everybody should know that answer.
So your question, Tony, is about how it fit
Fix the roads.
into the town's budget last year.
Right.
Well, it fit into the town's budget last year, but I guess it didn't. Carlene, we haven't heard anything about any paving this spring here at all. So I am assuming she kind of threw us a bone, and I guess they have so many feet that they can pave. So they could do all those courts in Emerson, or they could do Central Avenue. I guess it's a total amount of feet of resources through manpower, through asphalt. So I guess they chose all of those. When the mayor had come a couple of years ago, I was under the impression that it would be every year a little something. But, we had heard about that paving last year, I guess, in December of the year prior. So, a few months, 4 months before it started. We hadn't heard. I mean, Carlene, she's in constant contact with the mayor and the mayor's office, and, so am I. I haven't heard anything. It doesn't hurt for Carlene to reach out, again, and see if it is on their calendar, right? Are we planning for next year?
Push them a little bit too, if we bring
Well,
it to their attention.
we're 3 voting districts, Greenbriar, so it's in their best interest to allocate some resources on an annual level here. It really is. And, and this is like just a rant. When I feel that we were kind of let down by the mayor a tad, when she come here, I guess it was August or so of that election year, and, you can't politic in the clubhouse, so she didn't come here to politic, but, it seemed a little bit that we were promised a little bit more. So I'm hoping that she'll deliver it, maybe, soon, next year, hopefully. This year I was hoping, so that's the best I can offer, Tony.
And the other thing I wanted to mention is that we were talking about the ACC before, and you kind of surprised us all by the fact that you wanted us to say something. I just wanted to let everybody know that we have our first real meeting this coming Friday. We haven't even really met as a group yet, and once we get together, we'll have much more information to give to people and let you know what direction we're going. And the last thing I want to say is I've been living here 16 years now, and I've been coming to these meetings on and off for all 16 years.
And this has really, it's so impressive to see such a large crowd and to see the enthusiasm that there is in the community. And it's a tribute to all of you being new and fresh and having some good ideas to bring to the table. So,
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Maria Collins, 15 Barker. So I had 3 questions. There's something in the front lawn, I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like it's being sunk into the ground. I don't know if it's the electric box or cable or, it looks like it's being swallowed into the, you know, like a sinkhole.
And where is this?
It's between 15 Barker and the house next to us. And then there's a very big pothole in the street right outside the house that also looks like more of a...
It's like a sinkhole?
Like a sinkhole. as
Like a
opposed to
sinkhole,
pothole.
you're not kidding. Yeah.
And then about 3 weeks ago, I put in a request to have the trees behind my house trimmed and cleaned. It looks like it hasn't been done in 20 years. No, I'm just saying, it looks like it hasn't been done.
But you did, you put
I just moved in 5 weeks ago, so I don't know.
welcome. They put the work, you put
when it was done
the,
last, but it doesn't look like
but you
it's
did
been
put
done.
your work order
I put
in,
the work
so
order.
it will be
It'll
done, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
I
she's
didn't know who does
sending the photos to her so she can,
Great, thank you.
get on top of that.
Yeah, I was concerned about that, because
Yeah.
they do look like sinkholes. We'll be in touch tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else with questions for Craig, the landscaper? Anyone else? Nobody else for Craig?
Hi, I'm Sue. And I live on Blake Circle, kind of near the entrance, like a block in. And I'm just asking that people please slow down on Blake. There are times when I feel like people are gonna rear end me when I try to pull into my driveway. The speed is just way too fast. It's well above 30 miles an hour. And, you know, I see it every single day. So that's all I wanted to say tonight, but thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll make it fast.
Yeah.
But it's throughout the whole community, real
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work on that.
It's hard to work on.
How much, you know, we got the policing, I mean, it's periodic, you know, you're gonna see, like I said, something bad's gotta happen before they that's the way it is, unfortunately. Not for lack of trying, but that's just the way people are. I mean, oh, I just thought I know.
Somebody's waiting. We have a question.
Oh, somebody's waiting.
Thank you.
I feel like this is the Inquisition. Carol Palmquist.
Speak into the mic.
Wait.
217 Lake Circle.
Hello, somebody's still speaking. Hello, wait. Could you keep it down, please? Somebody's speaking. Thank you.
My question is for the board. Happy to see we're going to be saving $16,000 a year on the landscaping. Did we get 3 bids?
We didn't, it was a replacement, and we had 3 bids, because it was 16 months ago. And
But not current.
No, not current, because we were replacing, it wasn't a contract year, so we were replacing second year of the contract.
So that doesn't require bids?
That's,
other bids?
Our attorney said no.
Okay.
And, you know, we didn't know how it would come in, but we were glad that it came in $16,000 less. And, you know, we were eager to, you know, see some more accountability and a change. And, you know, so.
You didn't want to try and see if other.
We had 30 days.
Would have come in with.
Well, there's only
Or
like,
lower.
there's only like 4 companies. When we went out to bid, we tried to get, because I was on the board then, Pat and I were, we started with like 5. I think it was 5, and we ended up with 2. One of them being LMS, the current. And the others, one put a bid in that was just stupid high, and then the other 2 didn't put in anything. And, you know, when we were doing that, that's when I had come up with the idea to divide the property, divide it in half, because it would open it up to, you know, more competition, you know, with landscapers that are able to handle, you know, 125 acres versus 250. People didn't necessarily feel that was the best idea. And it could be a logistic nightmare, you know.
Yeah.
But there was only so many companies that can handle this.
I'm surprised because there's so many senior communities in this area. You would think
Well,
it's a great business.
but not with all these homes. Like, I know, like Holiday City, you're responsible for your own there, because that's a lot of house. That's more than ours.
Cut your own
You
lawn.
have to cut your own lawn.
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, Craig came with like a lot of references, and Tony called all of them. And, you know, Tony was a property manager, Carlene as well. And, you know, so he had, how many did you call?
Oh, I think it was 10 or 12, I don't remember off the top
And
of my
the
head.
properties that he does, it's like Jersey City waterfront. So they're all really high-end properties. And then as he was giving presentations, her company, Tony's company that she had worked for, unbeknown to her, hired them. And your company, it's a national company, right?
No.
Regional.
It's a regional, it's a New Jersey company, and I think I turned my mic off. It's,
Here.
thanks. My old company is a New Jersey company. They're a boutique company, which has gotten much bigger now. But the property that they hired him for, I used to manage, and it's quite a large property. And I spoke with the manager there as well, just last week, and she's been very happy. So
Good.
I
Sounds good.
yeah, I think we're going to be seeing some good things.
Okay. My next question is, I live on that corner of Blake and Dryden where the well was down. They did all that work, and I'm going to need seeding and dirt.
Because that was the one that was out all last
all
summer.
last summer, right. So do I have to work order?
Oh, Joe has it on his schedule.
Oh, he does? Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, John.
John McCoy, 24 Whitman. Someone told me to ask the questions why last month's meeting was not publicized in the Greenbriar Times.
Oh, we didn't have a meeting.
Or the
Yeah,
month before, wasn't in?
January was. Yeah, January was in the Greenbriar Times. February wasn't.
So the meetings will continue to be publicized for people that like reading.
Well, I think they're in the first month of the year.
Who's taking notes right now?
Joanna.
Oh.
She's the secretary.
Oh, good.
So the meeting schedules are always in the Greenbriar Times, the first issue of the year. And, you know, we don't have a meeting in February or September.
Right. Yeah. Good. Someone wanted me to ask that.
Well, no, it's a good question. You know, I mean, all questions are good. What I decided to do in lieu of, you know, doing nothing was to have that, you know, little soiree where, you know, everybody could meet the trustees, since, you know, the majority of them are new. But there was never an official meeting for February.
Great. So, structural integrity people, they're coming to look
They came last Friday.
Right. Did they look at the court?
Yeah, they looked at everything.
So
I don't know I don't know.
Are you considering getting a new net?
Oh, the net, well, we might, like I said, we might have to get a whole new court. So
Oh,
let's
see,
let's see what, you know, that comes
So
back at.
Ocean County Park just installed new nets. The company they use is out of Freehold, New Jersey. They did a great job.
So you like their work?
Local company, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, a good thing to do, send that reference to Carlene so we have it.
All right.
That would be great. Yeah, that would be
One
great.
last question. When it comes to voting, what's the protocol for topics? I know big topics, that the public might have a chance, big money, but you guys vote on every single issue, every single new rule, or what's the
Well,
procedure?
I mean, are you talking about like rules? Are you talking about like, you know, financial stuff, like building this or fixing that, or?
Rules.
Well, usually, like, if we need to do like a regulation or something, it's, you know, it's something that comes to us usually from another place, like an ACC or something that, you know, or a bylaw that needed to be amended or updated or whatever. So far, we haven't.
No, and the board has the right to, all boards have the right to change rules, put new rules into effect, that type of thing.
And it requires a vote.
Only
On
when
the
it's a
board.
change to the bylaws.
Well, unless it's
The
a bylaw
bylaw
change, then you have
is
to
a-
send out
Right.
to every house.
So, scenario, just example. You want to change, you would like to change a rule on this, I'm just picking this out, I'm not interested in it at all, color of a house. You have to vote, or you just?
Well, you mean, so you're saying like with like you're talking about like the ACC rules and regs. There's a lot of, within those rules and regs, there's a lot of openness to interpretation. You know, it isn't really a black and white thing. And, you know, and I think, you know, throughout the years, it tried to become like a black and white thing, but it really was open to a lot of interpretation. Now, some things, they're not. John was on the ACC for a long time. You know, he was very committed to it. So, you know, I want to answer your question the best I can. You know, you probably know the ACC more than I do. But, you know, what we had been doing, and with the ACC, Tony, myself, the board, kind of looking at all of that has been, you know, out there for, you know, 30 plus years. You know, we do have a set of requirements that are in the original like bylaws that you just really can't go and change. You have to send out, you know, letters to every house and make sure you don't get, what is it? I think if you get 10% or more back, you can't change it. But it's also an expense because it has to get filed. But a lot of what John, I think, is asking is stuff that has been open to interpretation. Did that answer your question?
Did answer it, yes. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Those were good questions. Okay, now we have our drawing. It's right here. I don't know.
Carlene's got it right behind you.
ERA, our tenant, our real estate tenant, they have given us a IHOP gift card that is somewhere, probably $25. And Pat picked the number. 686-328.
328.
328.
Over there.
Oh, Pat, congratulations, Pat.
What's that?
So with that, I think we had a very nice meeting.
They're over there.
We covered a lot of material. Meeting adjourned? Make a motion?
Yes, I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Meeting adjourned. I'll second.
Meeting adjourned.
Third.
Yes.
Mike, yes.
Yes.
Hey, anytime, man. Looking forward to it. Hope it all works out nice.
Barbara, how's Frank? What? How's Frank? And that said he was sick.
Overnight.
Can I give you one letter? And we can talk? Oh, okay. I figured this out.
They'll be having like a snow removal. We have snow, yes. Yeah, he has guys for that. We didn't have to use it last 2 years. We'll see how long it rolls, and we have to use that money.
Yeah.